In this episode, a look back at the underrated classic of the 1983 heavyweight clash between Larry Holmes and Tim Witherspoon. The Larry Holmes versus Tim Witherspoon fight is one of those bouts that can be looked back at in hindsight and be referred to as a classic, which is a label that no one anticipated back in the day. During this time, Holmes was considered to be an aging champion at the age of 33, which back in the 80s was considered old for a boxer. He had made 14 title defenses, but seemed to be losing a little steam after failing to stop or even floor no-hopers like Tex Cobb and Lucien Rodriguez. Boxing journalist Bert Sugar wrote that Larry Holmes had become boxing's version of Dorian Gray, aging before our eyes with every performance, and later suggesting that Holmes cared more about money than his stated desire to retire undefeated. In the opposite corner, Tim Witherspoon was a little-known 6-1 underdog. He had only 6 amateur fights and was 15-0 as a professional, but his record did little to suggest he would be a threat to a first-ballot Hall of Famer like Holmes. Witherspoon, who had been inactive for 11 months and was best known for being the sparring partner who cut Jerry Cootie in training. And prior to his fight with Holmes, his biggest victory was over a Holmes victim in Ronaldo Snipes, which was a close fight that most observers felt could have gone either way. But a fight that looked like a mismatch on paper almost looked like a repeat of one of the greatest heavyweight battles of all time in Holmes versus Ken Norton. In retrospect, Holmes must have felt like he was coming full circle when he was trading punches with the young, strong Witherspoon, who fought like an updated version of Norton. Witherspoon was bigger, quicker, and lighter on his feet. He utilized the same cross-arm defense that Norton used 5 years earlier against Holmes to great effect. And for the first 5 rounds, Witherspoon picked off Holmes' jabs and rights a la Norton, even though he was losing the rounds. His challenger looked strong, but he seemed to lack the self-confidence necessary to topple a legendary champion. Instead, he seemed content to follow the script of being another Holmes victim. That is, until the 7th round.
For the 7th round.
What's some concern in Larry Holmes' corner about his side bothering him, and they had to go right to work on it.
Snapping away from that long right hand, still getting some of it, got a good stiff left jab right there, comes back with one of his own.
Very interesting contest. I'm enjoying the maneuvering, the way they're trying to outsmart each other. And once see that reach, you notice how Witherspoon out jabs Larry once in a while, so to get in the position.
Again to the body in this manly art of self-defense. Oh.
To see what I mean about youth, Witherspoon's a shade quicker than Larry Holmes. Larry Holmes is missing his counters in several spots.
You know, we point out that Witherspoon, who's putting on a good show against the champion, only 15 fights but won them all. He had 7 amateur bouts. He won 6 and lost 1.
Throwing great punches. He's really doing some things in there that Larry hasn't seen in a long time.
And that body is taking a tremendous beating. That was right on the solar plexus, that left hand.
Really, really big, strong young man, Mr. Witherspoon.
Round 7.
I tell you, Larry is fighting right now for survival. Just because this kid is giving him everything.
Larry catching punches that he normally would not, and missing with combinations that he normally lands. This is unbelievable. Champion Larry Holmes undefeated in 42 fights. His hands full here in the 7th round with about a minute to go. Witherspoon taking everything that the champion comes back with, including that right hand. Sort of rolling away from the punches.
Witherspoon got hurt with a right hand on top of the head, Chris. He reacted where he got a little hurt, but you got to be very careful. Another shot like that will put him down.
And now he's getting much too close. Getting much too close to the champion.
Witherspoon could have got very well arm weary. Well, he's looking for one shot now, which is a mistake.
Bring it to me, says Witherspoon. What a battle here. 30 seconds to go in the 7th round. What a night. The Crown Affair in Las Vegas. Couldn't ask for anything more.
Great fight.
Contrasting styles. Youth versus the venerable Larry Holmes.
Use that word venerable, Chris. You got to be careful.
Now getting more right hands through. More solid punches, finding the range. He is upset. He is not completely satisfied with his performance. Look at that determination on this 33-year-old's face. Witherspoon. Let's look back. There's the right hand. And that was flush, and on the top of the head, the champion comes back with his right.
Right hand count.
And all those punches hurt. Angelo, how are you scoring the fight? I got it even.
Witherspoon had landed 2 hard rights during the 7th, which hurt Holmes and changed the fight entirely. He suddenly had the confidence and look of a champion in the making. A changing of the guard was a growing possibility as the 9th round started, a round that epitomized the struggle that ensues when a young, hungry tiger tries to dethrone an old lion that isn't ready to go just yet.
You notice how he acknowledges Slim Jim Robinson? What a gentleman. They have great respect for each other.
You know, you got to appreciate that because it's teamwork. You work together, you scheme, you make your moves, you're thinking, and you're one person. You're a blend.
This is such an interesting bout. Strategy so well planned by both corners that you almost forget to score the fight. Now he's got Holmes moving.
Larry got himself got a bath in the corner again. Larry got hurt with that right hand.
Yes, he did.
On the side of the head. Larry's hurt.
Keep a look. We'll keep.
Larry's hurt.
Yes, he is.
He's hurt.
He's hurt now. We're in the 9th round. The underdog, Witherspoon. But in the past, when he's been hurt, he's blinking his eyes now. Look at him.
Definitely a hurt fighter.
He's hurt.
Witherspoon has definitely got the guy. All he got to do is take his time. He got Larry Holmes hurt in bad shape.
And we still have a couple of minutes to go here in the 9th round.
Yeah, all Witherspoon's got to do is be Witherspoon.
Good body shot that made him wince.
Yes. Those body shots are taking their toll, Chris.
A left hook that caught Holmes, unguarded. Coming back with a short right hand. That must have hurt Witherspoon, too, because he covered up. Oh, no,
Great right hand.
another one. Holmes in trouble.
Great right hand. Larry Holmes is hurt. He's out of it.
Yes, he is.
Out of it.
All he's got to do.
He's out of it.
Larry Holmes. We have a minute and 30 to go.
Larry Holmes is out of it.
One more. He's going to go down.
He's out of it.
But the heart of a champion trying to fight back. 1 minute to go.
Chris, you said it so well. The mark of a champion. And believe me, there's nothing there. There's nothing there.
He's got a big mouse under his right arm. Holmes fighting under the courage of a winner of 42 straight. Look at this bombing now by a hurt champion.
This is survival of the fittest in the purest kind.
35 seconds counted. Will Holmes get off the hook? You cannot be saved by the bell, except in the last round. But look at that condition. Overcoming. Oh.
Great. I don't know. It's youth that's going to decide this, and Larry's naturally the older guy. But he's really hurt Tim Witherspoon in the corner.
Punch for punch.
Great.
Have you seen anything better?
Great fight.
Round 9.
In round 10, something changed in Witherspoon's mindset, or perhaps it was simply inexperience at work. Instead of pressing his advantage, he got on his toes and let Holmes back in the fight. The proud champion seized the opportunity. He reestablished his jab and right cross. In the championship rounds, Witherspoon seemed to decide to play it safe and go back to the script. He was content to be the guy who extended the champion but didn't push hard enough to win the brass ring.
Larry, he must have really given you a bad scare in terms of retaining the championship tonight. This kid fought awfully well against you.
Oh, yeah. He didn't give me a bad scare, but he caught me with some good shots, and I knew he thought he had me. He hurt me a little bit, but I know where I was at all time. The guy's a good fighter. He's a strong fighter, and I see a lot of potential in this guy. He's going to go a long way.
Did he give you more than you expected?
Oh, yeah. He gave me more than I expected. He usually get tired 4 or 5 rounds, but this guy, he fought today, fought his heart out. He won the title. That's something I expected. I expect these guys to come out and fight hard, but I didn't expect a hard fight like I got tonight.
Well, you fought everybody. You've taken on all comers, but lately you've taken on a couple of guys that weren't in Tim's class. Did that affect you? Did that hurt you?
Well, probably it hurt me a little bit, but what the heck? I'm a champion. I give all fighters an opportunity, just like I gave Tim Witherspoon an opportunity. People say he didn't deserve it, but he's there. He got the shot, and we created a lot of interest, a lot of excitement. A lot of people don't agree with the decision, but like I went over to Tim, I said, "You lost." He said, "Yeah, I know." So he's a good man. He lost, and he accepted it, and now with the crowd, kind of changes his mind about it, but he fought a good fight, and he deserved a lot of credit.
I want to talk to Tim in a moment, but the referee came over and told me after the fight he thought that Tim really hurt you in the 9th round, right over here in this corner.
He hurt me. He dazed me, but he didn't really hurt me. He knocked me off balance a few times, hit me with some good shots, but I was holding on. I wanted this guy to punch himself out because he got a tendency of fading early. But he fought good, and he had a little bit more, like I said, than I thought he had. I have nothing to be ashamed of. I fought a good fight. I'm a champion. I won my title. I kept my title. His man gave a good fight, so that's all that really matters.
Tell me, Larry, what your corner said to you going into the final round.
They say all you have to do is stand up. They say you won all the rounds, and just keep fighting, keep boxing, piling up them points. You're ahead. And that's what I did.
And you're still champion. Congratulations. 43-0.
Well, thank you very much. Thank the people around the world. Thank Tim Witherspoon.
What do you bring in, Tim? All right, thank you, Larry. Tim, do you want to slide in here, please? Tim, you really did shock the world tonight and just came up short in terms of the victory. You said you were going to do it. A lot of guys at ringside think you did win it.
Right. I think I won. I was positive through the whole fight. I heard him every round. And I think he got the decision because he has a big record, and everybody respected him as a champ. But I think I beat every round. I was blocking most of his jabs. He was thumbing, and that's it. I feel I won. I'm in good shape. I feel good. I'm not breathing hard, and it just totally robbed me. I'm sure.
Did you think that you were going to take him out for a while there in the 9th round?
Right, but he came back. He was hurt in every round. He's going to make excuses about he wasn't hurt, and that I agree with him that he won. I knew all the way that I won. I thought I won the whole fight. But,
Mike Weaver at ringside said he felt you won, definitely.
Right, and not only him, the whole arena thought that I won. You know, the whole world. I'm sure when I go home, I feel good about the fight. I don't feel as though I lost. That's why I'm not frowning. I'm smiling, and that's all too. I want a rematch. I thought he was more than what he was, and he's really not. And I want a rematch so I can knock him out.
You think you'll get one?
I don't know. I think he won't give me one. I think he's going to retire. But I'm going to be the champ eventually. I'm not ashamed, and I know that people back home is not ashamed of me or all over the world.
You know what? You're right. I think you are going to be the champion very soon.
Right, and this here is a warm-up fight for me. For the future champ, I'm going to be the next heavyweight champion of the world because can't nobody stop me.
All right, Tim.
I'm totally happy. I'm not ashamed because I feel as though I won it.
Well, many at ringside thought you did. A tremendous effort. Congratulations, Tim.
All right, thank you very much.
All right, good luck in the future. And this man, indeed, has a tremendous future. Tim Witherspoon, who came very close to dethroning.
In the post-fight press conference, Holmes admitted that Father Time was starting to diminish his skills. He stated that a couple of fights ago, Witherspoon would not have been able to wear his socks. Bert Sugar would write an article calling for his retirement, and many fans believed that Holmes' best days were behind him. But Holmes would make 5 more title defenses before a listless performance against Michael Spinks cost him his IBF belt. He would fight for another 19 years after his bout with Witherspoon and compete at a high level until about 1995. Witherspoon, on the other hand, would become champion 10 months later after the fight with Holmes. As the WBC would strip Holmes of the title, Witherspoon would lose the belt in his first defense before winning the WBA crown 2 years later and lose it in disgraceful fashion against Bone Crusher Smith. His career would be a mirror image of his bout with Holmes. He'd surprise people with his ability, then take a step back and allow his opponent back into the match, simply not having the push to seize the moment. For Holmes, the call for retirement was a tad premature. This bout illustrated how great he was, his ability to fight back from the brink of defeat and pull victory out of the fire, something that perhaps he hasn't been given as much credit for as he fought under the shadow of Muhammad Ali for so long.